The first thing we need to do to implement the swiping of the deal images feature is to make the active image index part of the component state, because we want to change the image index and have the image changes. So let's do that first. I'll name it image index, and this starts from 0. And in here, instead of hard coding the first element here, we'll read the image from this dot state dot image index. Let me format everything. So this should not really change anything, except now we have the ability of changing the image index, and that would change the image. In fact, we could test that from the developer tool. So I'll look for the detail view, go in here, change the image index to 1, and see the image changes. The next thing we can do is to define the pan responder. So from React Native, we'll import pan responder. We'll also import animated because we know we need to use animated as well. So we have pan responder and animated, and we'll create a pan responder object. I'm going to name it image pan responder. This is a pan responder.create call, and it receives a configuration object. So we place this image pan responder on the component instance itself. This is just a preparation step. We still have to pass the handlers to the image itself. But let's include these handlers that we are interested in. The first one is the onStart should set pan responder. So we'll include that in here. This is a function, and I just want to make it return true and make this pan responder active. We also need the onPanResponder move. The onPanResponder move is a function that receives the event and the gesture state. And for now, let's just console log moving, just like that. We also need the onPanResponder release. It's also a function that receives the event and the gesture state. And let's console log released. Very good. So this pan responder is now usable. I'll go ahead and pass it to our image in here. What we need to pass is this dot image pan responder dot PanHandlers. And this is an object that has all the PanHandlers. So we're going to spread this object into this image component. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to try and swipe this image. Now we did not do any animation yet, so nothing is going to change on the screen. But we will see the console log lines when I move my cursor on this image and when I release my cursor from that image. So check it out. Moving, 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 released. And it will also work on the other direction. Moving, 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 released. So while the user's finger is moving, we get this onPanResponder move. And this actually gives us the DX in this particular case that is super important. So let's check that out. Now, when I touch and move my finger to the left, I get the measurement in pixels, as you can see. And it's in the negative when we go left. It will be in the positive when we go right, just like that. So we're ready to start animating this image as we detect a swipe left or right gesture. We'll do that in the next video.